Guys, for the record, you know what? When it comes to appliances, when it comes to electronics, I'm starting to think one of the worst places to buy stuff from is Korea. Not even China, but Korea. I was very amazed. Let's get back to okay, I remember when was it? Was it like 2015, 16, 17, somewhere in there? And, I remember car shopping and, I'm looking at the guides there, the car, the whatever, Consumers Report, right? So Consumers Report at the time is they're saying, Kias and Hyundais are number one. And I'm going, what? And they're going for quality, for reliability, where they're look it up, number one, Kia and Hyundai. Now, at that time, that was that redesign period for Hyundai and Kia. That was when they had the new Sonata and the Elantra, and things were very, I can't remember their design language that they called it, but it was very fluid and whatnot. Then the following cars to that, I believe it was, they hired an ex Audi designer, I believe it was. Something like ex Audi, ex BMW, or whatever. I think it was Audi because you could clearly see it. So they started building cars that were very attractive looking. And as soon as you started getting to screens, you started seeing, Kias and whatever, Hyundais with nice big screens and crazy electronics and lights and blah, blah, blah. You look at the cars now, and a lot of them, the SUVs and whatever, a lot of these cars are really nice looking cars. I'll be honest, maybe they're not my bag of tricks, like that truck thing. They have, I don't know, a whole bunch of stuff, right? But they're impressive. They're very impressive compared to what they used to be like. So, you know, I, I'm I'm all into it. I'm thinking, hey, this is getting better. And then, if you go forward to now, right, 2025, you're hearing Kia and Hyundai make some of the worst cars on the market again, right? Because in the 90s, when they first came here with the Pony and stuff, it was garbage. All the Kias were garbage. Hyundai garbage, right? Now they have the Genesis, and that's garbage. Apparently, they look nice, but I hear underneath, now that people are getting into these high mileage, anything, all these Hyundais and Kias and whatever, all these engines are dying and transmissions are dying in the $100,000 range and need expensive repair. So this is not cool. I mean, if I'm wrong, hey, listen, you like, subscribe, do whatever, hop on, comment, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. So what I understand or understood was that the Korea's going to be that next Japan. And I mean, you remember Japan back in the 80s and 90s when it was, people kind of looked at first Japan as maybe not that great stuff. And you had companies like Sony that came out, and Sony at the time in the 80s was a pretty hot company. The 90s, a pretty hot company, right? Toshiba, all these other companies from Japan. So Korea was supposed to be that next Japan. So did it happen? I don't think so. Now let's get to the main point here. I mean, we're like 4 minutes in. And sometimes I just like to go, "Brr," you know how it is, right? At least I'll be interesting because maybe we're off topic, maybe we're whatever, but at least who knows what the fuck. So, anyways, getting back to the main topic here. We went over all the Korean stuff and blah, 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 Kia and Hyundai. Now, that was just an example because it's something they start with really bad quality. The hype was horrible about them, and they happened to change, get really good again, and now they're poor again, and whatever. So when we talk about electronics and appliances, LG has to be the crappiest company. They make the shittiest stuff. They suck. Their customer service sucks. Their quality of their everything sucks. LG, if you buy something from LG, you'll get a warranty, right? Now, you'll get a warranty to fix the item. More than likely, 100% of the time, when they make a product, they only make a certain amount, and then they discontinue everything. So what happens is that if you buy a product from LG, and something goes bad, the you can't get it replaced because they don't have any more to replace it with. You can't get a part because they no longer make the parts because they no longer make that appliance. And then you have so much bullshit in this warranty that nothing will ever get replaced. How do I know this? Well, let me tell you my experience with LG. Way back when, there was a fantastic LG phone that my wife wanted. We're talking LG product. Now, this is so long time ago. Most of you guys probably didn't even know what cell phones were, or maybe you weren't even born. So, I mean, bought this phone for her. It sucked. It was nothing but problems from day one. Okay. Ended up getting later on in life another LG phone. It was one of their flagship phones. I got her flagship LG phone. Don't know why. I think it was just at that time battle between LG and Samsung. It was huge. Where LG phones were like a flagship. LG was like a flagship Samsung Galaxy, right? So getting this other LG phone turns out to be a dive. Battery's dead, stuff doesn't work, no support, blah, 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 blah. Horrible phone. Okay. Fast forward, I bought two 50-inch TVs, right? So I bought them at the same time, LG 50-inch, 50, 55-inch TVs. Bought them at the same time. They pretty much lasted right until the warranty. I mean, I spent $2,000 each for these TVs, and they made it just shy of the warranty. I think it was a year warranty on the TVs, and they made it to about, I think, 13, 14 months. Now they both died. It wasn't even like one died and the other, they both died of the same problem. We don't do anything crazy with the TVs. They were TVs in bedrooms. And it was nice to have a nice TV with all these features. We had a surround sound and all this shit. And what happened? All of a sudden, picture was all green and fuzzy and whatever. So this component died on two TVs at practically the same time. Now, I was in a discussion with a guy that works at one of these electronics companies. And he says, well, it's impossible. There's no way that a company would make a product that dies after a certain period of time, because then they'd have to be responsible for parts replacements and whatever. And believe it or not, that gentleman was absolutely wrong, because being somebody myself that dabbles in electronics, that builds electronics, that understands electronics for the last 40 something years, is that obsolescence is it's one of those things built in. So they say, well, how can we engineer a TV that will die roughly after? Well, why would you even bother? Well, the reason is components. So some of these components that you buy only have a specific lifetime. So it's just like, I don't know if you can recall the last time you replaced a light bulb in your house. If you're like me, or like probably anybody else in this world at this point, you no longer use those old school light bulbs, the iridescent light bulbs, right? I'm almost 100% certain most people in their houses in 2025 are using those high energy efficient LED lights, right? We don't even use the FL style twisty ones anymore, whatever they call them. We're using LED lights in our home. Since I have moved there, I mean, I've probably been in this house for 10 years. Half of my lights that I put in this house, I bought from my other house that I probably lived in for another 5 years. I think some of those bulbs I must have paid $1 each for on sale, got a government rebate for, and I have them in my house 15 years later. It's crazy, and it happens. Before, I don't know if you can remember, but the old school light bulbs, they had a lifetime to them. So maybe you had 500 hours of a light bulb, right? Like 500 hours. So what would happen is that you're at least guaranteed to at least get about 500 hours. If you get more, you get more, you're lucky. Now, when they make TVs, they make computers, they make whatever, they know the components that they're buying. So just like myself, I have a component. You can't see me right now, but I'm holding up a specific electronic microprocessor. Now, this one is not the, I guess, tried, true, and tested brand. It does everything that I need it to do. It does a great job at it, and I've never had a problem. However, I can attest to the lifestyle of this or the lifespan of this. So what basically happens is that I know this device that I just dropped, I know this should last the entirety of its lifetime. I should be able to use this device and have no problem. However, since it doesn't have absolute assurance, I don't actually know that it will last, say, a full lifetime of how long it needs to last. So just like most manufacturers now, they'll look at something and they say, well, if we use this component, this TV could last, say, 10,000 hours. If we use this cheaper one, it will last maybe 5,000 hours. They look at it and they say, well, the way that things are going, the next time that this person needs to buy a TV is going to be in about 2 years or 3 years, because they know that the technology is changing. So they'll say, yeah, you know what, this TV, you know what, we get the cheaper chipset in it. We bring down the price. Let me tell you something. That $1,000 TV that you buy at Walmart in a cheap brand that you've never heard of before, or just in a, like an RCA where it's been licensed, you're paying for, I mean, listen, the TV's regular $1,000, you're paying for $150 Walmart. How long do you think the TV is going to last? Right? Not that long. So almost 15 minutes in here. Let me tell you quickly about my story. So a few years back, I bought a microwave. A few years back, I bought an LG microwave, and it was a nice microwave. I think it was 1.2 cubic feet. It was nice, it looked nice. It had, whatever technology to make things cook even, like whatever inverter technology. It was great, frigging awesome microwave. Got a, at pretty decent prices, LG. So you go, LG, wow, this is a great brand. Even though I got fucked by LG on everything I've ever bought from LG, they said, oh yeah, this is a great brand. So I buy this microwave only to have 2 years later, the inverter goes on the microwave. Now, the inverter has a 10-year warranty on the inverter of the microwave. So I called LG and I said, hey, LG, my microwave, the inverter is dead. I need to have this replaced. It has a 10-year warranty. And they said, yeah, so we probably don't have these parts anymore. We don't make this microwave anymore. I don't think we can help you. And I said, yeah, you guys are going to help me because I bought this microwave with a 10-year warranty. So you guys got to figure this out and replace this part. So I basically spent a month going back and forth with LG, which the case manager basically ignored me for the most, he'll call, leave a message, and then never picked up his phone. ever, right? They fucked me with so much bullshit that it was just so crazy. So I told them that what the problem was and that I need a part for it. They said I need to go take it to, I guess, their service center, pay to have it checked by their service technician. And then if they deem the part a problem, then they will provide the part and I have to pay the labor to have the part installed and tested and blah, blah. So what they're trying to do is saddle me with, $300 worth of labor in order to keep me from getting the part that I need to fix the microwave, which makes no sense. And after getting, relatively pissed off with LG, they said, you know what? Here's what we'll do. You pay, say, $100 to have it checked. Then you take it to Best Buy where you bought it. We'll send a credit for 20% off of a LG microwave to Best Buy. And when you buy a microwave from them, you'll get a discount. I said, so I'm going to spend like $100, $150, have this microwave checked. Then I have to load it up, not only to have it checked, but then I have to actually take it into Best Buy and have them check it. Hopefully they get a coupon and then I get to choose from another shitty LG microwave, which is more expensive than I could get a better microwave anywhere. It just doesn't make sense. So LG fucking blew like a whole month of my time and they suck cock. So LG, you are a bunch of cocksuckers. You make shit parts. Fuck you. I will never buy LG again. Nobody should buy LG. Nobody should ever buy LG because they suck. You guys suck. Fuck you. Fuck your microwaves. One day I'm going to take my microwave. I'm going to keep this microwave. And you know what? As soon as I'm going anywhere where there's a fucking LG office, I'm going to take this microwave and I'm going to take it there and I'm going to fucking boot it right through your fucking window.